welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today we are going to talk a little bit about a technique I use to cover water efficiently and fast, and I call that the mowing method. Mainly because it's kind of like you're mowing your lawn. I mean, you're literally going back and forth on the water, covering a lot of water. I usually kind of focus this method on flats, big flats, to cover a lot of water, but I mean it also could be used offshore and things like that to cover water, find structure, find fish, find bait fish, things like that. So we're going to get started with that, and I'll kind of explain to you how I go about that as we go. Alright, so like I mentioned, the mowing method is literally just like as it sounds. It's kind of like you're mowing your grass, going back and forth. I tend to start out around 10 feet or so and work my way back in. So right now we're kind of creeping out. We're about 6 feet right now. So we'll kind of get out to around that 10 foot spot, and then kind of just turn around and go back towards the shore. When you're doing this technique, you kind of want to fish fast, so you most likely are going to be using a moving bait. My bait of choice here is a chatterbait. And you're just covering a lot of water and moving fast, staying on that trolling motor. I usually put my trolling motor about around 2.5, and you know, I'm just covering water, you know, as far as I can cast, moving back towards the shore until I find some fish. This technique is also really good at finding just different structure on the water. You know, this place has a lot of brush, a lot of drop offs, and some grass. So I mean, you can find that structure by doing this as well. You don't always need live scope. I mean, you can find that with 2D imaging, down imaging, just any basic depth finder, really. So once I reach the bank, I just turn around and head back out. You hear a lot about people idling around in boats with the big motor, looking for offshore stuff, looking for bass, and sometimes that's hard, you know, to spend an hour or two trying to find things, especially when you don't have a lot of time to fish. And when you do go fishing, you want to fish. You don't want to always spend time looking for fish. You just want to fish. So this kind of is the best of both worlds, because you can still get cast in and still cover water to try to find fish. definitely looks like there'll be some fish in here. Right, it's something that would look good to the eye. You would probably fish anyway, but that fish came off of a branch under the water off of one of these trees that you wouldn't be able to see if you just kind of came back in here. And I mean, any sonar would have probably picked that up. So, and I just cast it at that branch, and he hit it. So. This mowing method can also be used to find offshore deep stuff too. Be a good way for you to cover a lot of water offshore, which a lot of people are sometimes kind of shy away from, just because they don't really understand it, I think. But I mean, using this method, again, you cover a lot of water. It's not going to take up your whole fishing day. It's effective, you know, and you can maybe locate a few offshore things that could help you later on. So right now we just pulled up to a point, a shallow point. It comes up to about 2 or 3 feet. Again, we're just going to kind of do the same thing, but it also extends way out into the lake. So kind of use that again, just using that mowing technique to go over that and find a fish. Doesn't always have to be going back and forth from shallow water to deeper water on the bank, but you can also find shallow water offshore that hold good fish. Having a live scope definitely does help, but it's definitely not a deal breaker if you don't have one. You know, looking at the lake contours, there are mostly a lot are on online now. You know, just doing a little bit of research, you can usually find those and just pick out areas of the lake, you know, that you might think that bass are setting up for that time of year in, and then just go apply this mowing method to that. So it can be used for all. There's one. Finally. I know I got hit a couple of different times. Lost him. That was a good one. Damn. That was a good fish. That was a really good fish. That's another good one. I lost him. That one is not going to hurt us bad. He's a little guy. Alright, so I just got 2 bites in this area, so this would be a time where I would want to slow down, you know, maybe stop for a little bit, get a couple more casts, here, spot lock. Again, you can kind of see how I made my way, how far I'm off from that bank. Again, just mowing this long, shallow point, you know. It's paying off for me. Missed two due to some weak hook sets, but man, I just landed that one. So get a pick, get her on the board real quick. Just for the turn. All right. Just a little bit over 18. She just went a little bit over 18. Nice fish. Or this whole point, you know, we're gonna jump over just across the way and go work this flat that's on the dam side. All right, I made my way over to the other side of the lake. Gonna start in about, well, we're already in about 5 foot of water. Again, just work our way back out to about that 10-foot range. Fish. Right by the boat. Right by the boat. Alright, I'm slowing down for a second. Little guy, but fun nonetheless. Just fishing this shallow, this shallow grass flat. It gets real grassy right out in this area from the bank out to about, probably comes out, you know, about 60-70 feet. And I can kind of see just grass patches around, so he hit that right by the boat though. Right when I was slowing it down a little bit. Maybe I need to slow down. There's another one right at the boat. Oh God. Right at the boat. Skinny guy. Little skinny guy. The last two fish came really close to the boat, kind of when I'm slowing down the chatterbait. So I kind of know that I'm in the area that is holding fish. So don't be afraid to slow down. You know, you don't always have to throw a moving bait when you're doing this mowing method. You know, you can also, you know, I got a Texas rig. Rigged up right now. So I think I'm just gonna continue to move up and down, but I'm gonna start flipping this around a little bit more, and just a little bit slower presentation could catch you a few more fish. little guy. But you see, seen a bunch of bait fish on this spot. Alright, so I just pulled up to an offshore hump. Right away, just noticed a whole bunch of bait fish here. So I mean, this would be a spot where you really would want to slow down and fish. I mean, there's tons of bait fish, so that means there's got to be bass in the area somewhere. I mean, bass follow their food. Choke that chatterbait. Probably about 17 incher. There's another one. Better. Oh, that's good. Oh yeah, that's a good fish. Oh, yeah. Might get. That was good as I thought. Oh yeah, it's a decent one. Oh yeah, got like another second thing. All right, so I think we might have found something pretty good. Just doing that mowing method. So don't have too much longer to fish, so I'm gonna kind of concentrate in this area and see if I can pull some more out of here. I got two decent ones, 2 17s, so hopefully there's a bigger one in here. We might just kind of mow this little area, go back and forth on it. There's one. Oh yeah, he ate that. Little guy though. Hey. Yeah. Alright, that's 3 in just this little spot. Little guy, skinny. There's a fish that don't feel. Yeah, I don't think it's too big. I don't think so. Just another little guy. There's one. Another little guy. What's that up there? There we go. That's how that's supposed to work. Another little guy. I need your mammy. Where's your mama? There's the fish. Oh, yeah. Either one. That one will help. Another fat, chunky guy. There's a